Hello, 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 and welcome. Normally we have a timer now, but I'm going to dive right in and share some things with you guys instead. So happy Wednesday to anyone listening. So good to see you, and welcome to Wednesday Dials Live. We got a lot to cover today, and time is flying by. So I'm going to dive right in and get to covering. But first, I want to hear from you. I just got a text right before we went live of a win. I wanted to share this with you guys. Let me see. Chris Dickey just sent me a picture. So shout out to Chris Dickey if you're listening. And it is a $14,000 check dated July 16th, 2025 for his company, exactly $14,000 for a non-refundable deposit. So everybody give a shout out in the chat to Chris Dickey and give him a virtual hand clap. So congratulations and shout out. So every Wednesday we come together and I dial your deals live. Community members send in deals. So I have quite a few deals today they want to be dialing through, and we're going to. The fun thing about these live dials is you never know what's going to happen. Sometimes we negotiate a deal. Sometimes we don't negotiate a deal. Sometimes it's just a conversation with a seller and a follow-up. Sometimes we get hung up on and all sorts of other things happen. But it's live, so nothing we can do except celebrate. So let's give a shout out here to a few of you listening. Amanda, nice to see you, my friend. Hello there. Diane, good to see you. Janet, hello, hello. Nice to see you, my friend. Kay, always good to hear from you. By the way, Kay, one of our incredible mastermind community members, I don't recall. I know I texted it. I don't know if I hit send, but reach out to Michelle for that memorandum of contract that you were asking about, and she will be able to get that right over, Kay. And if you don't have Michelle's number, text me again, and I will fire it back to you. Jim buys houses. Hello there. Amanda says, "Get it, Chris. Let's go." All right. So good to see all of you. Kenny, good to see you, brother. Marilyn, hello there. Lori, nice to see you. Jennifer, welcome. All right. We're going to dive in. We got a lot to cover. The foundations of this business, what I call the boring, mundane. What happens is this business, so many times it's easy to get caught up being excited about the freedom number that I want you guys to have. But we forget sometimes that it is the simple action steps that we take today that actually move the needle for our freedom number tomorrow or next week or next month. So do me a favor as we get ready to dial, and I want to see where everybody's at. Type in the chat, what is your freedom number? What is the number you desire to make every single month? That number that gets you to not having to worry about money. That number that gets you to a place to where you're not stressed about making the payments or the restaurant or going on the trip to Hawaii or to Florida or internationally. What is your freedom number? Just type your freedom number in the chat. I want to see your freedom numbers coming in. Get ready to dial live. And as I do, you often hear me say there's only 3 key points to this business. Get leads, which you guys have been doing because you're submitting them. Get leads. Number 2, follow up, which is what we're going to do right now, means get on the freaking phones. Number 3, get the contract signed, which is what Joe and Judith are doing right now. Shout out to Joe and Judith. They sent over a lead yesterday, and we negotiated that deal. And Joe and Judith are contracting a deal today. I sent it in my email for approval. Looked just like we'd do it. Way to go, Joe and Judith. Getting a property in Evansville, Indiana, bought today with potential of $20,000 quick profit or $80,000 over time. All right. Let's see. I'm going to read the freedom numbers, and then we're going to start dialing. Amanda says 30,000. Kay says 30,000. Elizabeth says 10. Jennifer says 50. Marilyn says 20. Janet says 35. Tim says 25. Good. We got a 35, a 10, a 50, a 40, a 20, a 15. All right, this is good. Hey, Judith's on here. Congratulations, Judith. Way to go. And if you want to verify my story, we negotiated a deal with and for Judith yesterday live. You can double check with her right here live. All right, you're in the right place, guys. We got a lot of exciting things to cover. All right, who's ready to dial? Who's ready for me to dial? Give me a yes in the chat if you're ready to watch me dial some of these leads. And I want to point out something as the yeses are rolling in. This is the good, the bad, the ugly. This is live in front of you, so I can't do nothing to change. I was shouting out. I seen somebody said they just came in late. Shout out to you, brother, for being here, first off. And secondly, I was shouting out Chris Dick. Before I went live, he had texted me a picture of a $14,000 check he got this morning, and I was sharing that for inspiration. If you're taking notes, you should write it down. You'll hear this tonight on the sales training that I'm going to invite all of you guys to, and we'll talk more about that in a moment. But that is understanding that the reality that we live in is created by validation. What that means is what we surround ourselves with is commonly what we quickly become. There's a reason they say that your network is your net worth. All right, so first off, we're dialing Joshua. Submitted a lead in Evansville. Shout out to Joshua. It is on Virginia Street. If you're the one who submitted this lead, Joshua, pop up in the chat so I can shout you out.
Your call has been forwarded.
I'm looking at the chat now. Al says lucky. Lucky, I guess you could say lucky. It would be, he's been working very diligently on getting houses on terms. And I'm excited for you to talk to Chris. Judith says, should I reach to Tara? Yes, you should submit Tara in the lead sheet, Judith. Thank you so much, brother. You should submit Tara in the lead sheet so I can dial her for you. All right, Ed submitted a deal in California, so we're going to call Ed's deal in California. Oh, I have Tara's number right in front of me, Judith, so that will be my next call. Next is dialing Ed's deal. Seller's name is Jerry. The toughest part of this is getting them on the phone. Something I want you to note down is no leads, no business. What do I mean by that? This is where the money's made, guys. If you're not talking to sellers, as a friend of mine often says, if the phone is not ringing, pick it up. If you're not talking to sellers, there's no business. Whether you're doing one deal a month or one a year or looking for your first deal, I'm going to first ask you, how many leads are you talking to? Because it comes down to those three steps. Get leads, follow up, get contracts. First, we got to get them on the phone. Shout out to my team, by the way. We're just getting this off the...
Hi, this is Jerry. Due to the overwhelming...
Oh, Jerry just texted me. Hey, Jerry, it's Andrew, partners with Ed, calling back about your modular for sale. When's a good time to connect? All right. Now we're going to call Tara. If they do not answer, guys, it should be your practice to send them a text. Exactly like that. Hey, it's Andrew, interested in buying your house, had a couple questions. What's best time to talk? All right. We are calling Tara. And prior to getting him on the phone, you'll...
Hello.
Hey there, Tyra. It's Andrew. How are you doing?
It's fine.
Good. I'm partners with Judith. I was calling you back on your Iowa house. You got a quick second?
Yeah.
Cool. I was looking over all the numbers, trying to make sense of the deal here. Can you kind of bring me up to speed where you and Judith left off?
We decided we're not going to do any cash offers. We're fixing it up ourselves and putting it up ourselves.
You're going to fix it up and okay. What are you going to sell it for?
We're going to list it at $165.
Okay. All right. And what?
'Cause it's a 4 bedroom, 2 bath, big living room, big dining room, big kitchen with a laundry room right there with the kitchen. I mean,
How much did you want as is?
um, I think the lowest he said he would go would be like 140.
Yeah, that's a definitely on the top end for that property. Okay, let me ask you this: would you do some owner financing if we bought it from you and paid the closing and then took responsibility for maintenance, repairs, and taxes and insurance and paid you off, the full 140 cash at an agreed time in the future?
We can't do that.
Okay, got to have all your cash.
Yeah, we just, if something happens, we don't get a payment, we couldn't do something like that.
Got it. Okay. And by the way, just note, of course, and if that don't work, I fully respect that. No worries. You should know though, we do always close with a real estate attorney. So, should God forbid me and Judith and the whole team die in a plane crash, you'd have full legal right to have the property back. But that doesn't really happen. Do you need, how much cash would you need up front if we could do some now and the rest later?
Oh God, I don't know because because I borrowed money from my dad for a down payment for a new house, and I got to pay him back, and then the rest we was wanting to put straight on our loan. So yeah, that's why we decided just to put it up for sale.
Yeah.
But we've already started working on it. We got the last bedroom upstairs cleaned out, the carpet up, the new flooring's going down in it. So all the upstairs except for the bathroom has new flooring.
They're asking retail, and it needs work. And
down here we've
not
already
very flexible on price.
put
So
insulation
we're just going to put it on a follow-up list because they won't sell it for 160.
Can lights in it.
And
We're
just
getting ready
know
to
that
move
they need to sell worse than you need to buy.
in one of
Always
them
remember
bedrooms.
that.
So we can put insulation in this ceiling and put new drywall in it, and we're taking some of the plaster off the wall and put new dry. Yeah, we've already got the stuff. We've already got all the flooring. We've got all the new trim that's going up. Yeah, we've got everything.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just, and we hate to waste all that stuff, that's sitting upstairs just waiting,
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. If we did work it out, like after you do all the work, and you go to list it up on the market, what's 160? Would you then be entertaining doing some payments over time?
Probably not, because I gotta, like I said, when I sell this house, I gotta give my dad back his money, and he don't want to do a payment.
Got it. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's the thing. I've got to pay my dad back. That's the first thing I gotta do.
Okay. All right. If we just one other question. By the way, you still had a mortgage on this, right?
No,
It's pretty
paid
clear.
off.
Okay. If we could buy it, I'm not saying we could. I'm just going to crunch some numbers tonight with my partner again. If we could buy it for, somewhere around that 140s and give you 70 up front and the rest later, like would you want to entertain that?
I'd have to talk to him.
Okay. All right. Where would you like me to go from here? Would you like me to just call you back in a week or two, or where would you like me to go from here? Okay. Awesome.
You can.
That's perfect.
I'll talk to him and see,
Awesome. All right.
Do you have any idea if we did something like that, what you guys would be paying a month? I mean, what a payment you could do a month?
It's very much about what the house supports. This is, of course, a business. We just like that area. And so how much is taxes and insurance on the place? If I remember right, you have a great big discount.
Well, taxes, I'm on disability, so I don't pay
Yeah.
my taxes. I don't have to pay taxes because I get credits,
Yeah.
The insurance, which our homeowner's insurance, it's a little bit probably more than what some people would be because we've got where we could almost stay in a hotel for like a whole year, and our property value is like up more than, because we could have took it down to make our homeowners insurance, smaller, but we didn't want to do it,
Yeah.
So we pay like $1,100 a year.
By the way, stick around, guys. We're going to be giving you a big, beautiful free gift here shortly.
But it just, like I said, it depends on policy. We've just got a bigger policy.
Type in the chat. How's your energy? 1 out of 10. So if we could get, let me see, if we could put 70K, I don't know. It would very much depend on how much we put down up front. If we end up giving you 70 up front, then we would need that monthly payment to be, quite small. Whereas if you were able to take a lot less than that up front, then we could, of course, be more flexible on the monthly. So you think your dad would be flexible on getting paid back over time? Or do you think he's pretty set on getting his 70 now?
No, he's wanting his money back.
Okay. So, we'd be responsible for, of course, the taxes, the insurance, any repairs on the property. So we'd be full owners. So we put 70 up front. We'd probably be looking, at a small amount, a few hundred a month. Do you know what number might be acceptable to you till we paid you off the remaining of the 140 cash?
I don't know. Like I said, I have to talk to him.
Okay. Well, have a chat with James, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Have a chat with James. Let's follow back up next week. Judith, shoot you a text, and you guys brainstorm a bit, and we'll go from there. Cool?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
you.
We'll talk soon.
Bye.
Bye for now. All right. Judith put down to follow up with her next week, and just give her a call and just ask her, hey, where are things? A couple notes I'm going to give you guys a takeaway. Then I'm going to look through the chat, see if there's any questions, and then we're going to dial some more. By the way, who's loving this stuff? Give me a yes in the chat. Isn't this fun? I'm going to be giving you guys a couple free gifts today that changed my life, and I'm going to hopefully give you a chance to change yours in a good way. All right, let's see. We have Uasia's a 10. So good to see you, Uasia. Bill's a 9. I love it. Vance is a 9. I love it. Al is a 10. Heck yeah. Tim is a 9. Joanne is an 8. By the way, is Charlie in here with me? Charlie's one of our incredible team members. Charlie, if you're in here, just give me a yes in the chat. I'm going to ask a couple questions of you in a moment. Elizabeth is a 10. Heck yeah. Christy is a 10. Let's go. Marlon's a 10. Marilyn's a 10. Judith's 100. Oh, man. Must be that deal we locked up with you yesterday. Judith is 100. By the way, Joe and Judith, shout out to them. They came into the community only a few months ago, back in February, I think, and already got the first deal done. They asked to partner on it. Wow, it was 100% theirs to keep 100%. They chose to partner, and we split the check. That was fun. And now they got another one going out for contract yesterday. I don't know if it's signed yet or not. Diane's a 10. Janet's a 10. Amanda's a 10. All right. This is good. Let's get to any questions. Beverly says, I sent a property sheet. Amazing. Judith says, pictures look great. Al says, where to submit leads. Al, so good to see you, brother. So the link to submit leads would be in your email if you are a part of either Portfolio Accelerator or our real estate operating system or Freedom Life. So if you're not part of one of those already, make sure you get with the team. Charlie, if you could note down Al and just have Mercedes to reach out to Al and make sure that he's got the link and support he needs, or if he's not already part of one of the three things I just named, get him registered. If you could, Charlie, also, while we're on this topic, I'm going to give you guys a free gift, and I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to reference it again later, and I'm going to talk more about it, because getting leads is the key. But I got leads. I started to make calls and started to get worried because I got stressed the heck out. I didn't have my mindset right. And for all of you guys, you're going to be getting leads. Charlie's going to put the link for a gift I'm going to give every one of you. I'm doing a challenge this week. And if you've been to a challenge before, this one is way different than any you've ever been to. My friend and mentor, who I met back in 2015, Marshall Silver, some of you guys know Marshall, he has agreed, and this is crazy. And so we cleared the calendar, and we put him on the agenda for tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, which is 4 PST, if you're on the West Coast. But he is going to come on and do a training for you. Probably going to go 90 minutes plus. He's going to be diving in with you the strategies, the cells that he taught me that absolutely changed my life and are about to change yours. And so if you're getting leads or you're wanting to get leads but you're feeling stuck, he's going to be giving you some tools to get unstuck. All right. So Charlie, if you could go ahead and put in the Facebook chat, the YouTube chat, and anywhere we're live, the link for everyone here to join that free sales training tonight with me and Marshall. It is going to be a game changer for you guys. If you're already registered for the 3-day challenge, you're already registered. But if you're not, if you've any part of our community at all, every one of you who are not booked to be on Zoom with me and Marshall at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. PST, get registered now. As Charlie puts that link in all the chats, be watching the chat. All right, I'm going to look through. Al, you're not yet. Cool. No worries. We will get you whatever service you need, brother. So good to see you. Lacey says, Andrew, I have your birthday gift. We're a couple months past my birthday, my friend, but I appreciate the thought. Oh, this is good. All right, go ahead and put that link in the chat for me, Charlie, with the registration to tonight's sales training. Put the link in the chat for tonight's sales training. And I'm going to see if I can do this thing too. Give me 1 second. All right, cool. So we're going to dial. This is Jerry's lead in Georgia. Be watching that chat closely on whatever platform you're watching on, because that big, beautiful gift is about to be put in the chat for you right now by Charlie Misa. Shout out to Charlie.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying.
All right. No answer from Nikita. Now we're going to call Paul. All right, Paul. Jerry and Marcel. All right, then we're going to text these people back.
Your call.
All right, let me see. Did you guys get the link to the free sales training, by the way? Give me a yes if you got the link. All right, good. Want to make sure you guys are seeing that. Thank you for that. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to text these people. This is the text we send to all the people that don't answer. Hey, it's Andrew, Jerry's partner, calling about the house you talked on. Rigdon Road. When do you have a minute to talk? All right. We're going to do it again. Hey, it's Andrew calling you back about the house you have for sale on Farmington Road. When do you have a minute to talk? All right. Let me see if I can help you guys out because I'm not seeing that on my end either, and I know some of you are seeing it and some aren't. So give me a couple of seconds to pull that up for you. Do me a favor. Let me see if this works. We're gonna go to. Oh yeah, this will work. Nope, that won't work. All right. Give me 10 more seconds. We've got this. And then we're going to dial somebody else. Whose lead will be next? Guys, this is where the magic happens. All right. So every one of you, I'm telling you, the difference between doing deals and not doing deals is going to be exactly... Ooh, hang on. There we go. The difference between doing deals and not doing deals is going to be exactly how much time are you spending doing this. And just to clarify, it's not really about the time. It's about the action of doing this thing. So how do I make sure? By the way, now you should see that. I just reposted that link for you for that free gift. We're getting ready to dial. Next up is Kimberly. Let's see whose lead this is. It just says Kimberly Anderson. It doesn't say whose it is, so we're going to dial Kimberly and see if Kimberly answers the call. How many sellers are you talking to a day? By the way, if you guys are, who here is new? If you're new, just put new in the chat. If you're experienced, you've done one or more deal, put experienced in the chat. I want to see how you guys are doing with this. I know Marilyn, I have not forgotten you. I'll be calling your lead right after this one, as I promised you yesterday on the dials. All right. This is Kimberly on County Road 450 South. Next up, we're going to double dial her because she kicked me voicemail. All right. Monica's new.
1 2.
Kimberly, it's Andrew calling, interested in your Oakland City house. When are you available to talk? All right. Now we're going to be calling Marilyn Davis's deal. Looking up Marilyn's deal. Where are you at, Marilyn? Here we go. Marilyn Davis in Crosby, Texas. Shout out to you, Marilyn. Marilyn, if you could, are you on here? Give me, oh yes, there you are, Marilyn. Text me this lady's number. I realized there was a mistake on the sheet and it does not include the number of Marie. So text me that number. Get leads, follow up, get contracts. Guys, here's the whole game of this business. If you're taking notes, write it down. I need you to, number one, pick 3 lead sources. Pick 3 lead sources. It can be a data source. It can be a pay per lead. It can be a whole variety of ways. I don't care how you're getting leads, but pick 3 lead sources. Number 2, commit to having at least 3 conversations a day. Now, if you're experienced or you're cold calling, I hope it's a heck of a lot more than 3 a day. Except some is better than none. Type it in the chat. Some is better than none. And for all of you, number 1 is picking 3 lead sources. Number 2 is having 3 conversations a day. Number 3, let's see if Marie answers. By the way, when I'm doing these dials, I just type in the address and we look it up while we're on the phone with them. Why? Because I don't want you needing to get caught up in spending hours doing research on a property that you're never going to buy. Because what often happens is we get in our own way. I used to do this. I would spend all this time researching and looking and calling and texting and working.
Your call has been...
And then just to find out the deal was never a deal anyway. And so in order to be able to do this effectively, we have to just get on the freaking phone. Hey there, it's Andrew calling you back about your house for sale on Krenek Road. When do you have a minute to talk? All right. Marilyn, we called your lead. She didn't answer. Number 1, pick 3 lead sources. Number 2, have 3 conversations every single day. Number 3, put in offers. Now, we don't make offers. We ask questions. And we let the seller respond. For all of you guys, I want you to just get really confident and comfortable asking questions. People of wealth, say yes now and figure out how. Type it in the chat. Say yes now, then figure out how. What do I mean by that? We say yes now and we figure out how. Here's what I mean by that. People who are stuck in analysis paralysis never cross the line of opportunity. People get stuck in analysis paralysis. And when we get stuck in analysis paralysis, oh my gosh, I wish I would have got up at this time. Oh my gosh, what if this deal goes wrong? Let me do research. I've had people who were going to apply to join our community. And when they do, they will ask like, hey, is this a good deal? And I'll say, I have no idea if it's a good deal. Why? Because it's a picture of an address. I know nothing about it. What constitutes a good deal? One of 2 categories. Number 1, either yes, they said they'll take payments, or number 2, they said they would give us a whole bunch of equity.
Hello?
Hey, it's Andrew calling you back about your house. You talked to my partner, Bev. How are you doing?
Pretty good, you?
I am good. Did I catch you at a good time? You got a quick second?
I don't know, you're Andrew with who?
My partner Beverly talked to you. I was interested. Her and I was wanting to buy your house on West Hannah Avenue, if it's still available, perhaps.
I'm talking to somebody about it now, man.
Oh.
You may be $1 late and $1 short.
Well, the $1 short, I can guarantee you ain't. But the day late, perhaps that's your call. How much are you hoping to get out of it, brother?
Hey, man, I just as much as I can possibly can.
Yeah, I'm sure. What's as much as you possibly think you're going to get?
Well, that's my business, though, bro.
Yeah.
If you would buy it, you'd have knew.
Yeah. So you're looking to sell it, right? Hung up on me. Let's call him back. He's ignoring us. That's funny. That happens sometimes. That's okay, though. Send him a text. Give me 1 second. I'm going to type this text. Hey there. If I have $250,000 burning a hole in my pocket, you don't want it? Question mark. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. All right. So, Beverly, no go for now. Follow up with him. Let's see if we got Diane. Let's go, Diane. All right. We're going to dial Diane's, and then after Diane's is Amanda. Diane's. This is Des Moines, Iowa. This is a multifamily property located about 10 minutes from downtown Des Moines, Iowa. The owner wants cash because he wants to buy another investment property closer to where he lives. The main house has 2 units and has occupants. The 3rd unit is vacant. Unit 2 just signed a 1-year lease. The unit is month by month. I asked him if we pay all closing costs, what is the least he will take? He said $250. There's a mortgage, but I forgot to ask how much. All right, let's see if Eli will answer the phone. Welcome in. James, good to see you. Mary? Yes, I actually did text that. 100%. Much as I can get, just tell me how much you want. That's funny. And every one of you, if you're taking notes, write it down. Play with resistance. You know, I used to get offended or take it personal when somebody would hang up on me or say something, and I was like, what the heck? Don't you want to sell? This doesn't matter. Next. There's so many houses for sale. We're going to buy several this month. Just a matter of he's going to be lucky enough that one of them's going to be his or not. That's the route I need you to take. Of course, be humble, be nice, but by golly, don't take a beating from a seller. Play with resistance.
Your call has been.
It's not called objections. It's called playing with resistance. Hey there, it's Andrew calling you back about your 6th Street property. When do you have a minute to talk? All right. Now, by the way, if you guys who just joined, if you could repost that, Charlie, my friend now, years ago, the gentleman who mentored me to become good at sales and to learn to do what I just did there. You know, I like it better when we're contracting deals. By the way, shout out to you if you're on Joe Creasy. I know yesterday we called and negotiated a 12-unit deal for Joe Creasy with a potential 7-figure upside. We don't know yet, but Joe, if you're on here, did you get those numbers crunched? If they did, just give me a yes. If you didn't, just put not yet, and we can hop on as well, Joe. Every one of you, make sure you're registered. This is a friend of mine who taught me sales, who taught me how to close deals, who taught me how to negotiate, who taught me what has now made me millions of dollars and helped me get hundreds of houses. You know why? Because I learned to be able to say yes now and figure out how. I learned to be able to ask the right questions. Type it in the chat. Ask the right questions. If you are not getting the answer you want, perhaps you need to ask a different question. Every one of you, ask yes questions. So ask the right questions. Amanda, we are now calling your lead. This is Hunter. Joe has almost got it done. Nice. By the way, guys, we're going to have so much fun. These dials, this is the tip of the spear. You know, there's so many aspects to this business, and this is the tip of the spear. This is the piece that brings it all together. Your downtime will always determine your upside. Your downtime will always determine your uptime, meaning the time that you learn how to ask the right questions will then give you the ability to get on the phone with confidence. Become a confident closer. Type it in the chat. Become a confident closer. That's what I need for every one of you, is just to be confident in where you're headed. Be confident in the big 3. What's the big 3? What's the least you'll take on price? What's the least you'll take a month? And what's the least you'll take down? What's the least you'll take on price? If you're taking notes, write it down. What's the big 3? The least price, the least a month, and normally they buy with nothing down. Hey there, Hunter. It's Andrew calling you back about the house you have for sale in Scottsdale. When do you have a minute to talk? All right. Now we're going to call Luz. Submitted a deal in Clarksville, Tennessee. Way to go, Luz. We're going to be calling Luz's deal. Boom, boom, boom. If you could, Charlie, put that link in the chat again. Guys, if you have not already got booked for tonight on the free sales training, Marshall has done over $700 million of sales. This is a friend and a mentor to me, someone I've known for 10 years, someone who changed my life, and he has offered generously to come on and do a free training tonight for you guys. You're going to love it. It's going to be so much fun. And he absolutely will offer you something for sale. And I'm sure you'll want to buy it, because I did the first time I heard him. So make sure you hop on. Make sure you get that 90 minutes of free sales training. If you don't have a link, if you don't see the link in the chat, just private message Charlie somewhere when she pops up on here, or comment on some comment you see, and ask for it. Just say link, please, if you're not seeing it. But it should be showing up in all the chats across all platforms. If any of you are somehow missing the link and can't find it anywhere in the chats, email grow@truca.com and say, link for tonight's sales training, please, and my team will get it to you.
Hello, you've reached Richard.
Hey there, brother. It's Andrew calling you back, interested in buying your Oak Street property. When do you have a minute to talk? All right, let's see what other leads we got. Man, this is fun. You know what? I should give you guys a couple more nuggets. We didn't get to have as many combos yet today as I'd like to. So let's see who else we can get. We're going to be doing a free sales training tonight. By the way, these dials, we do these every single Wednesday at noon PST at 3 p.m. EST. These dials, the whole objective, guys, is to make sure that you are getting to a deal. Our average profit per deal is just over $50,000. Who here would love to see how your life changes when you are making even just an extra $50,000 a deal, even just one deal a year? With the Boss Slow strategy, it becomes possible. I started this business when I was 21 years old. I didn't know the first thing about it. And now, over 500 deals later, I show up every Wednesday for about an hour, and I dial a handful of you guys' deals. Make sure you click the link in the chat. It's 7 p.m. Eastern tonight, 4 p.m. Pacific time. Marshall is going to be showing up, my friend and mentor who's done over $700 million in sales, helping you become a master closer on the phones. Because I can give you all the free resources and lead strategies as I do, and I love to. But if you're not getting those leads and having the conversations and becoming confident in those conversations, then it becomes very stagnated and you get stuck in your own loop. Who here, by the way, who here has ever felt stuck? Give me a yes in the chat if you felt stuck at some point in your life. I have felt so stuck at times, and I'm going, what the heck? I have leads, but then I call them and then it doesn't work out, and then this, and then I'm running in this loop. Guys, every one of you, I need to help you break out of this loop. And my prayer would be, I know by sheer numbers, it's probably not going to happen. The 59 of you that are on live with me right now probably aren't all going to get deals in the next 30 days. But I'm telling you, my prayer is I want to push as many as I can of your deals and help you close and get your deals. Get unstuck. Okay? So that's what I want for you guys. All right, let's see. Who else do we have to dial? If you guys are enjoying this, give me a yes in the chat. Who's loving this stuff? Isn't this a lot of fun? Diane sent Oakland Avenue. You guys loving this stuff. I love this stuff. All right, let's call. Let's call a couple more deals before we wrap. I'm going to call. Kay sent one in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Kay, have we already called Philip and Josh for you? Have we already called Philip and Josh for you? If we have already called them, I'm going to move along to some more. If we have not yet called them, then I will dial them now. This is good, guys. Keep the chats coming. Make sure you're on the free sales training tonight. You do not want to miss it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to have a good time. Guys, every one of you, I need for you to be able to break through whatever dam is holding you back. If you're stuck against that brick wall, just to be able to break out. And it all starts here. It all starts here. All right, we're going to just dial some of these. And if we've talked to them before, that's okay too. This is Josh Graff, an 812 number. Interesting. It's an Evansville number. All right.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless. The number you dialed has been changed, disconnected, or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check.
Well, Josh's number has been disconnected. All right, Carly sent a deal in Benson, North Carolina. By the way, guys, before we wrap here in a moment, I know time is flying by. It always does when we're on these. And make sure you are registered for the sales training tonight. put any questions in the chat that you have. Today is a lower answer day, but this is where consistency comes in. This is what I need for you guys to get is understanding that we live dial. Last Wednesday, we had such a fun time being able.
Hi, you've reached Donnie.
No go. Last Wednesday, we had such a fun time negotiating deals. Yesterday, we negotiated. We got a solid yes out for contract, a potential multiple 5-figure profit for Joe and Judith. This morning, Chris Dickey got a $14,000 check. Who here could use an extra $14,000? The challenge is, will you stick around long enough? Will you stick around long enough in order to be able to experience this success? Will you stick around long enough to be able to have consistent breakthroughs? Guys, consistency is key. And today, more people have not answered. What have I dialed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. And I've only had, 3 conversations. Some days you'll hear me. We'll get deals negotiated like we did yesterday, a 12-unit package for Joe and a one-house deal just like that. Bam, bam, bam. And so I just need for you to be able to be willing to be consistent. If you're committing to be consistent and take the bad days, the day you call 9 and nobody answers, and the good days, the days that you dial 1 and it turns to a deal. If you will commit to being consistent, just give me a consistent in the chat. Just give me a yes that you'll be consistent. All right, keep the questions coming. I'm going to read these questions before we wrap today, and I give you one final note. Alicia says, link for tonight, please. I got you, my friend. There's a link right now that you can register at, Alicia. If that works, great. If not, I know you have my cell phone number because you're one of our community members. Just text me, and I'll text it back to you. Erwin says, oh, this is Carly. Nice to see you, Carly. Let's see. Oh, hang on. Hunter is calling me back. Let's see who's Hunter. Hunter, it's Andrew. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Andrew. I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I'm good. Hey, thanks for returning my call. I was sitting here with Amanda going over this Scottsdale deal you got for sale and had a couple more questions. From my understanding, it looks like it's in great shape. You had a debt left on it. It's currently occupied. Is it occupied by you or by a tenant?
It's by me.
By you, okay. And you already got your new place, or how soon are you looking to move?
So, no real timetable, obviously. So, essentially, we're going to be moving up north, going towards Desert Ridge. So, essentially, the second it's sold, we'll be getting out. If it does take longer than expected, we'll probably just get out and hold on to it until we can eventually sell it with no tenant.
Got it. Okay. And what are you hoping to get out of it?
$950,000.
Nope. That's what I thought. $950. Good. Okay. And normally, I know Amanda already talked to you about this. Normally, the way we do it is to buy it from you, and then we would take over that $2,600 a month principal, interest, taxes, insurance. We would pay that, be responsible. And then once we resell it, which we intend to do down the line, that's when we would pay you off the remaining cash in your pocket. Would that work for you?
I did think about it. I just don't know if that's really the best option for me, only because I'm looking to get the lump sum payment. I guess my question to you is just so I can understand it better. What is the point for you guys to come in and just say, hey, we'll take over the mortgage and pay you monthly versus just paying the lump sum, sales price? Yeah.
Quick question, by the way. What is the total debt amount?
I don't know top of my head, somewhere in the low 4s.
Okay, yeah. So our objective, of course, with rates like they are, hopefully going down, we'll see what happens, right? But what we do in our business model for many years has been, we'll buy a house like yours. We can pay close to retail, whereas if we pay cash, we're looking for a big discount, usually on houses that need a lot of work. We can pay close to retail. We can pay closing costs, your side and ours, so you net more by selling to us than any other way. And by you giving us some time to pay you off in full, it gives us the ability to be able to turn around. We find someone. We have a lot of people who, self-employed, divorced, something dinged their credit, and we put them in, and they actually rent from us for a while until we get them their credit fixed, at which point they can cash us out for a profit. And then, of course, we paid you a good price. You get full net out more than you would have by paying 6% realtor fees and all that crap. And then we get to net a premium by giving the person we're selling to a little bit of time to pay us off.
Mm-hmm. And what happens if let's say you don't find a renter right away?
So
are you guys just fronting the mortgage or paying the mortgage with no tenant?
Yeah, absolutely. So if we buy the house and close it, once we buy it, you're free and can move on and forget it ever happened. It's taken care of until you get the big check. The only way we will buy it is if we're very confident. We do a lot of deals around the country, and the only way we commit and close on it and contract the thing like this in this scenario is when we're very confident that we can turn it to a profit. And in this case, of course, we do a final walkthrough prior to close, make sure everything lines up with the pictures, etc. But in this case, it seems like that's not going to be any challenge at all. With the monthly payment being lower, there's room to find the right person, not be stressed about it, and put them in, and then of course net a premium by giving them time. Let me ask you this: if of course we always close with a real estate attorney, so it's done right. Assuming we got you comfortable with the way we're closing it, like what would you be looking for in terms of a timeline to close?
I hope to have it closed by October.
Okay.
But I understand, obviously, sometimes it takes a little bit longer, especially with the way things are going today. Yeah.
Okay. October. Cool. That's definitely in the range of doable. And then our next steps, if you're the only owner, brother, are you and a spouse or?
Just me.
Okay. All right, cool. Just you. And then the way it would work is, assuming that we come to final numbers, Hunter, it'd just be me and Amanda are looking at it. We agree on numbers, and the next steps is we would write you a simple 2-page purchase agreement from our real estate attorney that puts in writing what we just verbally discussed, that we'd be buying it from you and taking over the debt, and then paying the closing, doing all the things. And if you're okay with it, and you'd okay it, we'd send it to our closing attorney, at which point we'd start a title search and all the normals and move forward to closing. What if we paid the closing? There's no 6% commissions, and we of course take it as is. It's in great shape. What is the least you would take on price, knowing we're paying closing and no commissions or fees?
Realistically, I'm not looking to negotiate because I know what the market is within the neighborhood.
Yep.
I've seen comps. I'm really set at 950.
Amanda, what do you think this is worth? 950. Okay. If we wrote something up at 940, would that be doable for you still?
It's something I would look into. To be completely honest, I'm not the most, I wouldn't say I'm an absolute expert in the real estate space. So this entire, thing, I would like to see on paper what the proposal is.
Of course.
I do have an advisor that I can go through. So I really don't want to start negotiating price until I know exactly what it is, how this would work, the way I would get paid, on closing and whatever.
Yep.
Before I really get into negotiating a price.
Cool. So because I don't want to waste your time or ours, we buy 3 or 4 of these a month, and if it's an option for you, I want to make sure you have all the information to make the best decision for you. If Amanda wrote you up a purchase agreement at what we've discussed at $940, we take over, do the $2,600 a month. We're responsible for everything. We close it within 30 days, and then pay you off the remaining once we resell it. Would that be something that would be entertained by you, or would that be a waste of time?
I don't want to say it would be a waste of time.
Okay.
Because I'm the type of person that's always going to be open, but I'm never going to make a decision until I absolutely understand the way it works. And like I said, I have an advisor that I would go to. I would take the proposal to them. Yep. I'd ask them to, explain it to me in a way that, I can understand it, and make sure I really become an expert in knowledge with it. Good. Because I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to waste mine either, because I get about 30 calls from, guys like you every single day. So I want to make sure I'm doing my due diligence and making sure that, I'm putting my time forward towards real opportunities. So that being said, I mean, I guess my question to you is, so if we were to agree on this and you said you would take over the mortgage,
Yep.
does that mean I will receive monthly payments until it is sold, or you guys just simply take over the mortgage and whenever you sell it is when I get, the profit?
Yeah, so normally it's exactly right. So we would buy it, we would close on it, we get tax bill, insurance bill, all that. We cover the payment to the bank every month, and then you get your lump sum once we resell it down the line. So at that point, you would get, it'd be like having your, call it $500,000 in the bank that pays you out the moment that we cash out.
So essentially, and so I can understand the play from your side, you would try to resell it, or I guess, I don't know, maybe find a renter in hopes of selling it for even more. So you guys can, because obviously you guys need to make a profit.
Absolutely. Yeah. So after we buy it from you just for the sake of discussion, for say $940, we would turn around and we would, what's called lease option it. You may be familiar with it, but we would find someone who wants to buy a house. Let's just say they're self-employed, but they need another year tax returns, right? That's very common. Or they had a medical challenge that dinged their credit, and so they can't get a loan for another year, or change of job. So there's something that popped up. We pre-screen them. We do this, buy 3 or 4 of these a month. And so when we do that, of course, we quite good at finding those people, and then we give them a little bit of time to get their stuff straightened up, at which point they're going to pay us off. And yes, because we do that, we would probably be asking more like $975, right? So we would anticipate making that profit.
Got it. So would they rent like in the interim, or would it just stay vacant until how would that work for them?
So we own it. We're responsible. It says, Hunter owes Wells Fargo, whoever your lender is, and Amanda and Andrew's entity owes Hunter. And then in the case of our tenant, yes, they would move in. They would pay us rent, probably a little bit more than $2,600 for a period of time until they get their bank loan, at which point they cash us both out.
Got it. So you're actually making a little bit of a profit by renting it in the interim until they get their credit up, and then when you sell it, you are making a little bit of profit there as well.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's exactly right.
Yeah. Look, like I said, I'm interested in at least seeing it on paper, talking to my advisor about it, and then, obviously if it's something that might make sense, could move forward with, I could definitely let you know. But to be transparent, I already had someone call me today who is interested at full price right now. Obviously, they still need to come and see it.
Sure.
So, if it's something that I was to entertain, but someone's going to pay me the $950, I'm going to take the $950.
Of course. Yeah, if you can get, retail and cash, then God bless you. You should take that tomorrow. I mean, I would tell you that in a heartbeat, because it only works if it's a win-win. But if you're willing to give some time to net top dollar, because I will assure you, with us paying the closing and saving the realtor commissions and everything, you will net more by selling to us. But it is a delayed cash sale. It will take time. I'm going to have Amanda to shoot you a text, Hunter, get your email, and email you that purchase agreement. And then when's a good time for you, your advisor, and Amanda, if you want, if your advisor has questions, to hop on a call with any questions you might have and decide if this is the best fit or not?
Probably at some point next week. I'm currently actually on a business trip, so I probably won't really be available to meet with like a group setting until next week.
Yep.
But if you or Amanda can send out that document, basically, I would love it if it could just explain everything we talked about, like explain it in layman's terms how, it sounds like you guys are going to handle the closing costs, you said no commission fees, correct?
Yep.
Just put all that just to kind of outline it. And then if it's something that, me and my advisor can both get upon, then, we can look to maybe schedule something next week.
Awesome. Sounds good, brother. Amanda will be texting you in a moment to get your email address. She will be sending you the standard purchase agreement and kind of a breakdown of what we discussed. Any questions that pop up, you can reach me or Amanda, either one, and we'll see if we can work this out to be a win-win.
Okay.
All right.
Work.
Thanks, Hunter. You have a great day.
Yep.
All right.
Of
Talk
course,
soon.
you too.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Let's go. All right, Amanda. Text him. Get his email. Send him purchase agreement. If you need anything, text me. You're part of our community. You got my cell phone number. Guys, make sure, if you've not already done it, sign up. The sales training, which you just heard tonight, commit to being consistent. Hop on the sales training tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. PST. This gentleman who changed my life years ago and taught me sales is going to be on there teaching you guys the same magic he taught me. And he's going to be he's going to be offering up a product for sale that you're going to want to be a part of as well. It's going to be a lot of fun and take a crap ton of notes. All right. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Every single Wednesday we do this. Same place, same time. Bye for now, team.